Welcome back, Sammy B.
Thank
Sammy B
you.
back. Sammy B back for one.
Thank you. It feels cool to be here.
Yeah. We moved spaces. We completely revamped. We started over. We had a host. We lost a host. Now we have no host. Now you're back.
Well, don't discredit your talents. You are the host.
Oh, well, drinking wine out of a box.
You haven't changed.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
No. Look at that.
This is what we're drinking today. Something fancy for the day off.
Where did you get that?
My sweet Taylor Neely gave it to me last night.
What a king.
I think he wanted us to save money at Longhorn Steakhouse. He used to drink this in the car.
Really?
No. That's what it felt like, though. I got in the truck and he had just handed that to me, and I was like, oh, okay.
You know, I've never been to Longhorn Steakhouse.
I haven't been in a decade. I think the last time I went, I still had a stepsister, and we went for her birthday, and I haven't had one of those in a while. So it's been a while.
A birthday or a stepsister?
Both.
Okay. Okay.
Stepsister.
Nice.
So we did that. Then we watched a scary movie before bed. And then he had 2 separate night terrors last night.
That you witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
What is that experience like?
It's just him. It's me waking up to him already like fully sat straight up talking to himself before he gets up, and he just like does a lap around the apartment and comes back.
While he's sleeping?
Yeah. And we watched Smile 2 last night, so that's not what you want to wake up to.
I saw Smile 2 on my TV that only shows black and white. So I saw that movie in black and white, and it was a film.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's when it's just art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched it in theater, and then it was so good, I was like, I'll watch it again, because now it'll be less scary to me.
Yeah. Yours was in color.
Yeah.
I will never see it in color. I loved seeing it in black and white.
Is that how you're watching everything now?
Yeah.
Imagine just watching like an episode of Kill Tony in black and white.
I did. I did. It's
you're like just like scrolling while you're like, actually, this is very sophisticated media. Most don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, if I tried to show my mom Kill Tony, she didn't get it. So I was like, just turn it to black and white.
So stupid. Yeah, so that was my night. Gotta say, I don't like the night terrors. My first reaction was I like punched him in the side. I was like, stop doing this.
What are you supposed to do when you're with someone who's having a night terror?
I think handcuff them to the radiator.
I love the laughter.
I think he's like not allowed out. I think if he comes in like contact with direct moonlight, he's gonna transform.
Is a night terror like your like what? Nightmare versus night terror.
I guess he was doing more sleepwalking last night than anything, sleepwalking and talking. But he told me like 2 nights ago, he just woke up in the middle of the night screaming. That's it.
Could you, okay. I don't want to be like disrespectful, and I'm going to ask a question. Could you what if there was a time where he was having, so like a night terror is when you're like technically still asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Have you like had like mid-sleep sexy time? Like would he?
While he's screaming?
But like, does every night terror have to end in screams? Like what if, like, could you imagine if he was having a night terror but he wasn't being vocal about it, but like you thought he was awake and then you guys were touching each other, and then he was like, whoa, I was sleeping, Sam, I was sleeping.
Plus, we don't have sex after midnight. That's for gremlins.
Is that a rule that you have? I don't
crazy.
I don't like having sex after midnight.
After midnight, my book is open and it's the Bible, and that's what I do.
But like, I don't know. I don't think anything good happens after like 10 o'clock at night. Like conversations.
That's when anal happens.
That's exactly right. That's why I avoid sex after midnight.
Anal is for 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. only, before dinner.
Yes. Before Texas Longhorn Steakhouse?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Texas Longhorn Steakhouse?
Longhorn. I mean, it's located in Texas, so in a way.
Okay. That would be messy, and I would not consent to anal after dinner, after steak. Yeah.
And it was like, we got cheese stuffed mushrooms. I had a salad, a lot of fiber.
Uh-huh.
I had mac and cheese, and then a filet.
Okay.
And an old fashioned.
Butt stuff is not suitable after that meal.
We went to HEB and I went to the coloring book section to look for things for us to do.
You guys are
enrichment time.
You're so crafty and artsy together.
And then he came and found me in like the toy aisle and he was looking at stuff, but I looked at him and I was like, we need to leave right now. And then I went home and I played my little sound effects under the door because he doesn't have a bathroom fan. And it's things like the trumpet falling down the stairs. Just max volume. I also love because he'll stand outside the door and just do shit like, I can't hear you.
I can imagine him doing that.
It's really stressful.
Like plugging his ears. La, 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 la,
no, he wants to hear it. It's disgusting.
I think he should. I think you should let him hear it. I think that's just another building block in a stronger foundation for a relationship when you hear each other.
I think it's illegal that apartment bathrooms don't have fans. That's insane. That's so insane to me that his bathroom does not have a fan or a noisemaker.
It's insane that he hasn't installed one. That's something he could do.
I don't think he would do free work for that place.
Okay.
But
is it crazy I've been gone and the first conversation we have is about poop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just bring it back.
Yeah. I had a conversation with someone who said that they would rather be my friend because I talk too much about poop.
People want that quality in you?
No, they'd rather be my friend versus like a partner.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And I was
You got poop zone?
I did. I got poop zone. And I thought about it and I was a little offended. And then I was like, you know what? If you can't appreciate me at my
fart, you don't deserve me at my poop.
Exactly.
Yeah. Classic.
And that's
saying.
okay. I because I don't want to, I like opening the door for that conversation. So if.
Opening the back door.
Yes. Yeah. And I get it. I get it. I understand that maybe it's not sexy, but love's not sexy all the time. It could be messy and dirty and stinky and.
That's most of your relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Any news on that? Are you just committed wife to Topher?
I think I'm more because I don't know if it's like I don't know. You know, I know that I like dogs more than people, and I think that's okay right now. I don't love. I like try to use apps like passively. And I did use an app and I was talking to somebody and then we moved over to texting and then they told me BRB, my partner, is on their way. And I was like, oh, wait, okay. And then I just didn't respond because I didn't want to like give it more energy. I just think you should be a little bit more transparent and upfront. I'm not looking to like have a relationship with 2 other people, you know, just like one.
Who has the time?
Not me.
There was a lady at a show on Sunday, and she had a husband. She was at the show with her boyfriend, and she was texting her side piece.
How do you know?
She told us.
In front of husband?
In front of her boyfriend. Who knew?
Okay.
She said her husband is a proud cuck.
Oh, the chair right there.
Yeah, his spirit's sitting there.
That's
He's here in spirit.
You know, to each their own. I don't think that anyone, though, truly is comfortable. I don't mean to be offensive, but I don't think anyone's truly. How can you be truly comfortable with having your partner be with somebody else? I'm open to learning, but and right now I just don't understand that concept.
Well, so I hear that and I'm like, that's actually insane. But I think back to when I was single, texting like 5 guys at once. I'm like, I could easily do that.
Right.
And they're all friends already anyway. So
Yeah.
it would work out perfectly.
But no, I think when you're single and you are kind of like shopping around to different people and like having friends and things, I think that's okay. I think I would feel comfortable doing that. But if I'm in a relationship with someone, like how could I meet someone's mom and then in the back of my head know that like my phone just lit up and it's another person that I'm having sex with? Mm-hmm. It just doesn't feel right. I don't want to like add morality to it, but it just doesn't feel. It's not like my cup
Sammy
of tea.
B thinks open relationships should be illegal.
Yeah,
it's a hard stance.
Yeah. I don't know, but maybe I don't know. I don't see myself like staying committed to one person for the rest of my life. I see us like being together and then like breaking up and then I'll be with somebody else. I think that's just how I think that's life. I don't
The
understand.
perpetual dating cycle until you're like dead.
Yeah, why not? It's like a buffet.
It's exhausting.
Yes, and I
I'm
think it's
tired of eating.
but I don't want to go to the same restaurant for the rest of my life.
Well, it's cool when the restaurant sometimes just shuts down for a little bit and goes under new ownership, or they change their menu, and sometimes they have bugs, but then they announce that they don't have bugs anymore.
And sometimes they're just like severe alcoholics, or sometimes they are gay, or sometimes they don't have jobs. Really,
sometimes they relapse, and you break up with them on New Year's Eve. And
who was that?
My boyfriend.
Oh, yes, you. Breaking up with a partner on a holiday is actually, it's very liberating.
I was pissed off.
I'm sorry. My experience is really liberating. But yeah, I could see how you were upset.
It was my only time off.
That does suck.
But you get out of work and you're like, I'm going to spend a holiday with my partner. And then I have to be back in at 11 a.m. And then I spend that only free time breaking up with that person. And then I still have to go in.
Are you like, what was your makeup process like?
I was just telling this story the other day because I told Dean Stanfield about how we broke up like the next day. And then he saw us together like 2 weeks later. And then
like, what the fuck?
This past weekend, he's like, can I just ask you, like, what's going on with that? And he's like, well, since he was blackout drunk, he forgot we broke up.
That's what happened?
Yeah. And then he was calling me from the psych ward. So it just felt like a bad time to be like, I'm not your girlfriend.
It's like 50 first dates, though.
Yeah.
You're just telling him.
Worse.
You're like, no, we are together. You love me. You want me. You show him like a slideshow of your whole relationship.
Yeah, all 2 months we were together. So, and then I was like, I'll deal with this when he gets out. Like, I don't want to break
okay
up with
you talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did like a whole episode on it.
Okay. He was at Black Rabbit and he brought me up like the week I think that he got out. He was talking about the psych ward and he was like, is this not relatable to anybody?
No, because they take the laces off his Hey Dudes.
And then he brings me up and he's like, all right, well, your next comic, she got me out of the psych ward. And I'm like, okay. And then I went up there. I was like, yeah, I'm a good friend. I don't know. I had nothing punchy to say about that. And it just got silent and strange because I felt like I was lying. I didn't want to lie. I did not take him out of the psych ward. I did not put him in the psych ward. I had nothing to do with Taylor or the psych ward. But
I was going to say, what do you mean you picked up my boyfriend from the psych ward?
I know.
Because I was at work while he was texting me that he was going to kill himself.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, I have to be the one to take the po' boys to the table. So don't kill yourself. I'll bring a sandwich. Like, I don't.
Po' boys. Your boyfriend's life. Po' boys.
And then what was crazy is I got a bad review from that day because someone said I looked like I'd want to be anywhere else.
You're like, yes.
I'm like, I should legally be allowed to respond to this review being like, yeah, my boyfriend that I broke up with on New Year's Eve was texting me that he was going to kill himself. And I'm just here.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I'm so brave. Almost got fired over it. So his repayment to me was to leave a good fake review about me.
Taylor did?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's just like, my server, Sam, was the best server, and that gumbo is so good. I could eat 5,000 bowls of that gumbo. So that was that. Oh, but so on top of that, of him forgetting I broke up with him, all of that, I actually had to take a mental health day from work, which is I hate doing that because I literally just text my manager. I go, hey, I'm gay. I need the day off so I can think. And so I take a nap. I wake up feeling better. And then I get a call from who? His mom.
Taylor's mom?
Yeah. And it's my first time speaking to her. And she goes, hey, Sam, why am I getting a phone call from the mental health hospital? And I'm like, hi.
What a way to meet your partner's mom for the first time.
We've texted. She sent
Okay.
me Christmas cookies. She's very
Cutie.
nice. She's a very nice lady. But I was just like, hey, yeah. So we have this whole conversation, and she goes, hey, by the way, I understand that none of this is none of your responsibility, and I would understand if you wanted to break up with him, but it means so much that he has you there to support him during this hard time. And I'm just like, yeah, I would never break up with your son during a time like this. Damn it.
How did that text make you feel from her?
Which one?
Like, it's not your responsibility.
Oh, this was on the phone.
Okay.
We were like actively talking on the phone. We were on the phone for like half an hour.
Okay.
Because I didn't know how to say bye. We were talking in circles for a while, and I was just like, I want to play video games.
Yeah.
I have the night off.
Yeah.
He's in jail. It's fine.
What have your past partner's parents thought of you?
The guys I date don't have moms.
That's really funny. Dads?
Would. Wait.
Oh, wait. Oh no. Oh no. Are you somebody that like when you talk to like their families and stuff, like do they like you? Like do you get a vibe that you're desired or you're welcome?
I am trying to picture of any time I've interacted with a past boyfriend's family members and they don't exist.
Interesting.
Yeah, I date orphans.
Someone has to.
Yeah. They have nowhere else to go, no one else to turn to. They only have me.
Do you feel like you play therapist?
No, I played reason that they needed therapy.
That's funny.
I'm not the answer, I'm the cause. Do you want to talk about your any recent dating stories or a second white boy with substance abuse issues has hit the Sams. That was my favorite thing.
No, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate. That happened in the same month to us though.
Yeah, I think there's beauty in friendship, meaning that I'm grateful that you and I could connect and relate and find
similar interests
and disinterests. Yeah. No, but I don't think I think I'm like entering a space where it's like if something's no longer in my life, it's like I don't need to talk about it.
That's fair.
I don't need to give it. I'm not with it. I'm not in it anymore. So the reason I'm not going to talk about something that I've detached from myself. Does that make sense?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's valid.
So our episode's over, and
you're like, I have absolutely nothing else going on.
Do I though? Do I have other things?
Well, you worked with the Talk to a podcast for a while. That's why I kept saying every episode you were gone.
I did do that.
Yeah.
I was on the Talk to
the
podcast
street team
and
street reporter for Talk to a.
What happened to her podcast? I mean, I should know, but I left before I figured everything
Well,
out.
I heard they didn't send out a company email because she's hiding because she scammed a lot of people out of a lot of money from crypto.
That's what I don't understand. Like, I know what that means, but I don't know what that means.
I have no clue what that means, and neither did she.
Okay.
I would do the same thing.
So she just like not accessible? Is she on? I'm gonna look at her.
You can call her.
Yeah, I have her number. Her name is Haley.
Haley
Welsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just
Your
gonna send her a
boss?
quick text. Where did she go?
Oh, you're still bringing your dog everywhere, right?
I mean, he's not with me right now, so what does that say?
You're getting better. I was gonna say.
Oh my God, I brought him to Buzzmill yesterday and someone put their cigarette on his nose, their lit cigarette. I was just telling my sister
I was gonna
this
say
story.
if it's unlit, that's pretty cool. If it's
lit.
That's lit.
Animal abuse. It's wild. He's okay. Like he's not burned or anything, but I was sitting at one of the tables and I felt this like energy starting to walk up. Like I felt like something coming closer. And I turn around and like people go up to him all the time and don't ask to pet him, which I hate when people pet my dog, but I also bring him everywhere. And like I'm not gonna deny my dog of love. Like he likes it, but I do think it's weird that everyone's like gross, grimy hands are all over my dog. And like especially if you don't ask, it kind of feels like you're like fingering me in a way, and it's just invasive. And I didn't
Fingering you through your dog.
Yeah, because like his body sleeps in my bed, so now your hands are on my dog that's in my bed. Like that's weird. I feel like now you're in my bed.
But doesn't he roll around in the dirt?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
And
Hold on, I just wanted to bring up some points.
So I feel somebody walking up. I'm like, oh, fuck, whatever. I mean, I brought him. It's fine. And he gets closer, and then he lights a cigarette, which I later learned was Keith Ray's cigarette. So this is all Keith Ray's fault. I'm kidding. It's not his fault, but it was a cigarette. And he takes a cigarette. He lights it. He, like, and goes up to Topher, and he boops his snoot with a cigarette. And I go, like, I couldn't even, like, register what was happening. And I just looked at him because it was happening, like, in slow motion. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he just turns, he keeps walking away, like, outside of that back area of Buzzmill. And the only thing I could say was just, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm screaming that. And then someone that was working at the counter comes out and sees me yelling at a man, fuck you, and was like, what's going on? And I was like, no, this guy put a cigarette on my dog. Then they, like, I don't know, took a mental picture, and now he might be banned. I don't know. But that is what happened the last time I brought my dog.
The other night, I went out with some coworkers to a bar, and this girl comes in, and I'm, like, sitting at the bar with a coworker on, like, either side of me, and she hands the leash off immediately to one, tells the other one to grab napkins. I have to then reach across the bar. I grab a stack of bar napkins because in the 30 seconds she was in the bar, her giant dog took a giant, steamy, stinky pile.
No.
And I'm looking at the bar napkins. I'm looking at the pile.
No.
And I was just like, no amount of these napkins will be enough to pick that up. And then I thought I was being, like, a good problem solver. There was a bunch of, like, empty takeout boxes. And so I grabbed one, and I went to go hand it to the girl to be like, just take this, like, 10 inches of napkin and just push the shit in the takeout box. Like, just, like, sweep it up.
I know.
Because what else are you going to do with that much poop?
I know.
And when I bent over to hand it to her, since it was such a fresh steamer, it went up my nose, through my sinuses, to my eyeballs. It smelled so bad. And I went outside to try to explain to my other friend what was going on inside. And then I had to run to the back of the patio and just throw up everywhere.
No.
Threw up.
I wouldn't bring my dog around if that's what he was up to. You know? Like, I bring
Making me puke in public.
Yeah. Like,
on my night off.
He's so well behaved. Like, he's such a well behaved boy. And I take him around because he's well behaved. If he shat anywhere that I brought him, he would lose his privilege. He knows that he's on thin ice.
Just a little hot glue gun to the butt.
I don't know what's worse, that or the cigarette.
Well, there's less carcinogens in the cigarette.
I don't have anything to comment on that. I was never a server, but I worked in restaurants. I was never a server. I, like, packaged. There was one time I was working at an Italian restaurant in my hometown, and I was only responsible for answering phones and going into the kitchen to pick up the order that was already packed to bring it to the customer. And so I was by the front, and this older guy, maybe like 60, comes in, and he's like, you know, order for John or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll go grab it. And he goes, by the way, like, last time I didn't get my entire order, so you better not fuck this up. And I was like, okay. So I went back there. I saw his name on the bag, and I was like, okay, this is his. I could have gone above and beyond. Mind you, I'm like 16, so I'm like learning how to work. I could have gone above and beyond and, like, checked the bag to make sure, because he just communicated to me that last time not everything was in there. But I didn't do that. So I gave it to him, and he was, like, so kind. He's like, thank you so much. He leaves. Like, 20 minutes later, he comes back. He's fuming. Like, if I could have drawn him like a cartoon, he would have had smoke coming out of his ears. He opens up this, like, it was like a marinara, just like standard spaghetti. And he's like, what the fuck is this?
What loser orders spaghetti from a restaurant to go?
And then he tells me whatever it was that he missed, or that I missed, to pack in his order, which, again, is not my job, but it could have gone above and beyond. And he opens it and he throws it at me, and I'm covered head to toe in spaghetti. And I'm crying because I'm 16 and vulnerable and confused. Like, you shouldn't have spaghetti thrown at you before you lose your virginity. Like, after, I think it's okay. Before, no, I wasn't prepared, like, at all. And I went to the back, I cried, and then they let me go, and then I never came back. They let me go, like, you can go, not like you're fired, but they let me leave because that's like an emotion. That's traumatizing, having spaghetti thrown. Like, anyway, I was gonna say, it's like, it wasn't. I just had a flashback. Like, it wasn't hot, but it wasn't cold, you know, because it was like 20-minute window after it was cooked, so it was like warm. You know, it wasn't like it wasn't it wasn't ever in the fridge yet. So when it's in the fridge, it like congeals together, and it's like in one. Like if someone throws spaghetti at you that's been in the fridge and it's like congealed, it's just gonna go like. But because this was warm and it was like
It's saucier, but I think I would prefer saucier because then it's like, because if it was sitting in that container in a refrigerator and gets thrown at you, it's gonna have some like oomph behind it, you know? Like it's gonna be
it's gonna weight.
Yeah, a little weight.
Weight to it. The
You're gonna
fat
hit with
is
like a fucking ball of spaghetti.
Honestly, I'm
sorry that happened.
Thank you. That's all I was looking for.
Yeah.
I
was saying it in my mind, but I also wanted to laugh really bad at that picture. Okay, do you want to get into? We got a lot of stuff and junk.
Let's hear it.
But first, I would like to ask you, what do you think your best quality is?
I listen. I'm a good listener. And I have a nice smile. You mean like a physical quality or like a personality trait?
Rockin' tits.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. They're there.
Nice.
Thank you.
Miss them.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
See, maybe I miss you being my co-host because you're rockin' tits.
I miss your tits.
That for real was the last episode you were on.
Was it really? It was about my titties?
Oh yeah, the episode 13, Tony Casillas, where he forced me to say something nice about you, and I said, you're rockin' tits.
That is right. That is right. You're like, did you leave because I said something about your body?
Did you leave because I objectified you? You get a podcast, you just become sexist. I don't know. And what do you think your worst quality is?
Why? I don't remember this part of...
Yeah, but things have changed.
Okay.
We've grown without you.
What do I think? My worst... My worst.
What comes to mind immediately? What do you...
That I bring my dog everywhere.
Do you think that comes from a place of entitlement?
Whoa. I think so. I do think so. I do. And I think that because...
When you're trying to make word count.
I think that because there was a time I went to Buc-ee's, and I think I talked about it, but there was that time I went to Buc-ee's and I got asked to leave, and then I immediately lied and said that I had my period. And I don't know why that means my dog had to be with me, but
yeah, it's like you leave him in the car.
Yeah, I don't really...
Windows up, heat on, 90-degree day.
Yeah, maybe. I think there is an element about me that can be that can stem from a place of entitlement. I think I'm in a position where I can be open to being self-reflective to know when that serves me and when that doesn't. Because I think sometimes entitlement can serve you because it can help with your confidence, you know. But I think if it's being disrespectful or like disrespecting rules or people or circumstances, then maybe that's something I can work on. Does that answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people hate your dog.
Why don't you just read...
I'm just going to go ping pong.
Okay.
Ping pong.
I am very curious what people... I want to see if I can guess who said what.
I feel like there's only a handful of stories. I feel like most of these are pretty just general blanket statements.
Okay.
A real straight shooter with a heart of gold, jacked as hell, and beyond gumptious.
Beyond gumptious?
Who the fuck uses the word gumptious?
I don't know, but you have to tell me so I cannot be friends with them. Gumptious?
The fuck does gumptious mean? Gumptious. Gumptious meaning. Having gumption. I hate when it does this shit.
Shrewd or spirited, initiative, and resourcefulness.
Alert, eager, vigorous.
Shrewd. The word shrewd is in a song from Wicked. Hold on.
You need to stop with this.
No,
damn
never,
movie.
ever. Oh, it's in Popular. Here, it's this part. I'll read shrewd. Oh, because it's very shrewd to be very, very popular like me. That's where she uses the word shrewd.
Is that how you're teaching the youth of today?
Yeah, this is important
What does this word mean? Well, according to Wicked.
Not even... It's Wikipedia, you know? Wikipedia. Silly things.
Oh, this one's just silly, so I'm not gonna read it.
You can.
I'll save it to the end.
Okay.
I know who sent this one, and it's not real, and I don't want to talk about it. Sami is extremely emotionally intelligent and is an amazing friend. She respects boundaries, but is always there when you need her. The quickest to grab a camera and document funny moments. Sami got her finger on the pulse of the internet while still maintaining her own integrity. I respect the hell out of her work ethic. She's incredibly funny and talented, not to mention jacked. It's 2 jacks.
Was that Kylie?
She makes everybody around her feel special and loved. She's got great comedic instincts, and she inspires me. From the moment we sat down for coffee for the first time, I felt her wavelength, and it resonated with mine. Nothing but love for this complex and beautiful woman. You guys should scissor.
What makes you think we already have not? You know?
Girls' night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's really cool. That's cool. That's really cool. And I like it. I like it, too, because that's nothing that she hasn't said to my face before.
And she said, I hate the way she chews gum. Oh, I didn't even realize you were chewing gum.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Did she say that? Did she say that or did you say that? I can't not have a microphone in my face and not have something in my mouth, you know? Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
TBT.
You don't want to see a mad Sami. And then the story about the Barton Springs where you had the dogs and they tried to eat the ducks. And then some lady with her tits out yelled at you and you yelled back.
Mm-hmm. Did I tell you about that?
I think so.
She was yelling at me that my dog was off a leash and her tits were out. So she's like, put your puppy on a leash. I said, put your puppies in a bra.
It's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
If I was her, I would have just kept walking into the water until my head was fully submerged and just stood there.
Yeah, I did use some not so nice language that I think is the reason why my car got broken
Yeah,
into.
you have the worst car luck.
Yes, I know. I know. And I've like accepted it now. And I almost anticipate it. I got ticketed yesterday under the bridge. Uh-huh. I know.
No,
I know.
that's our safe space.
I know.
Stay there, let them take us there.
I know. Everybody, the whole lot was ticketed. And I wanted to almost like take a picture and be like, hey, but I was like, this isn't.
I'm gonna okay, you know what? I'm not gonna finish that. There is literally, is that fucking car with the guy living out of it still there? Because how many tickets are you gonna give him?
Interesting.
That guy is living out of his car underneath the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was there from 5:45 till 11, which is typical for a Wednesday
I owe
night.
$300 in parking tickets right now.
Is that in total or is that after like the fees of like late?
I don't think there is a late fee.
There is. I got one. Mine, I had a $20 ticket that I got a letter
Well, they
from.
just go to $30.
Well, I got it from the municipal whatever like office, and I got nervous because it had the word municipal, and I like think that's like a legit word, and it's like scary sometimes. So I logged online, and it went from $20 to $135. Yeah. Who's to say, by the way, like what if I went under the bridge and I took everyone's parking ticket off of their dashboard, and then no one knew. What I'm trying to say is, what if someone did that to me and I didn't know?
That's what I'm gonna have to say at court if I have 10 tickets that are $135.
But I think it's a really like, how is that where we are as a society when you get a parking ticket? Like, can't the wind just blow the ticket away? How can you guarantee that someone?
It's not even my car. I stole it. Whoever's car this is, you owe a lot of money in parking tickets.
Crazy.
And then I got a flat tire on Monday night.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I was there when Taylor was like, gotta go.
My hero.
Uh-huh.
Also can change a tire in 10 minutes. Beautiful. I'll marry him.
Nice.
That's where the bar is at.
Yeah.
Also, I've accidentally made this like one of my trials. Every guy I've dated or hooked up with for like any amount of time has had to change a tire. That's how often I get flat tires.
I want to find the commonality with in my history. Any guy I've dated has loved me at some point.
I was gonna say, has to look at your dog's boner.
Yeah, that too.
Your dog's
too.
24/7 boner.
And I think that's why it ends, because they're like, oh,
He's the man of the house.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I made $100 yesterday.
Off of?
Cleaning a bathtub.
While?
Well or while? While I
fully clothed?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
All right.
I know. And I was it was for a friend. I wouldn't have said yes if I didn't know the person because it reminded me of that episode of Broad City.
$100 to clean a tub. Do it yourself. Was it disgusting?
It wasn't like if I was like hooking up with him and then like went to his bathroom and I saw that, I'd be like, okay, like it's okay. It wasn't like no. It was like it's okay. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I could do this. And I did the best I could. I was on my hands and knees.
With a camera behind me.
There was actually. It's for a project.
Project beat my meat later to this.
No, he's a great guy. He's a great guy, good friend, good person. He genuinely needed help, and I genuinely offered my assistance, and then it just worked. No, and it just worked. No, and I know, but no. The answer is no, and then no. The answer is no. Oh my god, I have to sneeze. Okay, we're okay. Anyway, yeah, I made $100. It was really nice. Now he's like, anytime. I was like, yeah, anytime.
Oh my god. Bless you.
It's kind of like,
it's in there.
Yeah, it's like, just you keep talking.
Okay. Oh, I agreed to help Taylor out with a painting job just because his other friend canceled. And I was like, painting, it's so easy. I think I woke up still drunk from the night before because it was like 8 in the morning. And I'm like, yeah, let's go fucking paint this office building.
What did you, like the walls?
Yeah. Like the inside.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, it felt good.
You were so close for so long.
I know.
I knew we could get there.
Oh my god, thank you.
No, this dude rules.
Do you just keep these in your pocket? You know what I don't like about these? I mean, I'm grateful. But you know what I don't like about these?
It's not you, it's the package design.
It is. Like, why can't they design it like a standard tissue thing where like you can take it out? Like, I don't like anything that has this sticky on it. It reminds me of the little stickies that's like in the bottom of bathing suits when you like go to Target, you know? And like everyone's like vagina's on it. And then like you have to like peel it off. It like makes me.
Oh, my favorite scratch and sniff.
Oh my god, no! Ew! Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. I don't like wearing bathing suits because I know that there was a sticky like that inside of the.
That just makes me think of Oreos, and it's like you can never have just one.
You know what I had yesterday for the first time?
I just go through Target bathing suit section and I take all of the stickers
stop.
out.
I need you to stop. It's so gross to me. It's so gross to me.
It's my hobby. And it's bathing suit season. I'm going there after this. I have a binder full of stickers that are dated.
Ew. I'm like it's you know when like they say that like ASMR it kind of like massages your head, you know, and it like makes
what I'm saying is like
what you're saying is like the opposite of what ASMR
like
is.
nailing nails into your teeth. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Ew. I don't want to. I'll just hold on to it.
So you can.
Should I try?
Yeah, I believe in you. My belief wasn't enough.
It was in the right direction.
I would hope.
Okay.
All
right, read more. I'm curious. There's a lot of words there.
Yeah. Okay. She actually has a great heart.
Actually?
Like actually.
Yeah, cool.
And once you get in her inner circle, you sound like a cult. She pesters you with genuine friendship.
I know who this is.
If she had a last bite of something, she would offer it to someone else rather than eating it herself. Baby girl, that's on eating disorder.
Yeah, no, I think people mistake my kindness when it comes to food as oh my god, she's so kind, but it's really like, oh my god, I don't want the calories.
You're like, no, it's better if I don't have the last bite.
Yeah, no, that's actually what I just said was a joke. I am not in that mindset anymore, but that is a former thought pattern that used to occupy my brain. So I think while the intention is pure by offering, you know, my last bite, I think there are some roots of disordered eating in there for sure, if I'm being honest.
Is a really good cook. Can make a mean salmon in a dishwasher.
Interesting. Is this all from the same person?
It's all spread out.
Okay.
Uses doctor prescribed toothpaste. She explained to me why, but I wasn't listening.
I know who that is. I do use doctor prescribed toothpaste because I have little cavities that aren't full cavities, but they tell me that if I use this, then I can prevent the cavity. But I ended up just still having a cavity, but I still like using the doctor prescribed toothpaste because it makes my gums not so inflamed. And I've had chronically inflamed gums like my whole life, and I thought it would stop once I got the braces off, but it didn't. It did not. It did not stop. But it's better.
Nice.
Yeah, like I like that.
I
you
would
can,
hate
like,
to be bit by you, but I know the bite mark would just be so symmetrical.
Do I have straight teeth?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Straight across. They don't even curve.
I saw something somewhere once recently that you can tell. Okay, so I've had. Okay, this is how it started. I had a thought because I've always had this thought. Okay, I've always had this thought.
I know where this is going.
I don't think you do.
Okay.
But if I'm right, if I'm wrong, let me know.
I love doing that, so yes.
So I've been aware that my hairline has been a little different than my sister's my whole life. She has like you have a similar hairline to my sister in that if you let your hair down, it can like it just like kind of like rests over your face. Mine, if I let my hair down, it looks like I brushed it back. Like I don't have a natural and then I would see like gay women have my kind of hair. And I'm not saying like, do you know what I mean? And so I was like, me, maybe that would like kind of make maybe sense. And
are you insinuating that lesbians have different hair genetic, or they're just tying their hair back so often they eat pussy that their hair grows in differently?
I see what you mean. Mind you, I'm a child at this point, so I don't think. I don't know. That's a good point. So I looked it up. I just like Googled it to see if anyone else.
Does my hairline make me gay?
And there's theories on that, and there's also theories on teeth that I started to read, and like if your teeth here are like angled, you could be gay. And I'm not saying that's what I believe in. I'm just saying that's what I read online. Okay.
Be gay and using too much teeth.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just thought she said I had straight teeth. I guess not having straight teeth wouldn't make you straight. You know what I mean? So maybe that's the joke that went over my head. Anyway, continue.
I was just going to say,
God. Is it allergy season?
It is.
God damn
it doesn't stop.
No, I feel obligated anytime like my nose is like runny or itchy. Like you can't be like, oh, I think I'm getting sick. It's like, no, it's allergies. It's allergies. It's just This is allergies.
The flu has been going around at work, and I wake up every day and I'm like, oh, it got me. And then it's literally just allergies. I'm like, I gotta fucking go in.
There are so many. I like being sick because I feel like it gives me permission to not do anything. Otherwise, I'm like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I have a hard time relaxing.
I love this.
Thank you. It's just what's going to happen right now. I have to accept it. I'd like it because it adds like pressure right here. And instead of like, you know, like the buzzing feeling you have before your nose sneezes, this stops that. So I feel like I can finally focus on the conversation at hand.
There's like a little strand of one hanging down, and when you talk, it whistles in the wind. And I like it because it's like waving at me.
Is this okay? I don't want you to be distracted by what feels good for me. Is this okay?
So I think this is going back to entitlement.
Yeah.
What makes you feel good?
Thank you. This is my emotional support tissue.
Okay. And I hate when she does that thing where she stuffs tissues in her nose and tries to hold a normal conversation. That's so weird someone said that. Oh, man. I hate that whenever I tell her God bless you, she says I didn't sneeze. I hate that Sami is way more jacked than I've ever been in my life. She's really jacked. Really jacked.
I am. And I do that.
I do that so my gym stalker gets the fuck away from me, so I can show him that I can kick his ass.
You could stop going to the gym.
Never. No, I don't know. I do wonder what my life would be like if I didn't, because I think that right now it's at a place where it's like, it's both, it like rides on, I don't know. I'm done. It was going nowhere. It just wasn't the right tone, I think.
About
Am I
going to the
bleeding?
gym? No.
If I was, I'm set. No, I do sometimes want to ask myself, I'm like, why is this important to me? And then like I recorded my set last night and I'm like, if I'm gonna not wear sleeves on stage, I think I have to address like the elephant in the room.
The guns in the room.
Yeah. How would you do that? Like, how would you do that? Do you talk about your appearance?
On stage?
Yeah.
No. No.
I feel like I should.
No, because I always make an effort to cover my tattoos anyway. I like to just be as boring. I like to be really boring to look at.
Interesting.
I don't want anything. Jokes about tattoos are dumb. If I was ripped, jacked, muscle mommy, maybe I would do like a one-handed push-up while doing my set.
You mean do something acrobatic and
Don't do a flip. Don't do a flip ever again.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I have not. I haven't done it. I did do a push-up the other day actually because I was brought up as incorrect title. I appreciated incorrect. The hardest working comic in Austin. I mean, thank you, but no. Like, what? You know? And so I got up there and I tried to like make it about the hardest working out comic. So I was like doing push-ups and then I asked this guy in the front, like, can you do a push-up? And he was like, yeah. I was like, bet. I felt like a 13-year-old. I was like, bet, show me. And he did one. Fucking loser. Anyway. I don't want to like.
She recently cleaned someone's personal bathtub for $100 because she is Jewish and loves money.
I am Jewish and I value money. Two things can be true. Uh-huh.
They don't depend on each other. They are separate
and equal.
Yes. She brings her dog everywhere, but he always gets red rockets and has a huge dick, so he's chill.
Yeah, he's an excited guy.
You have theater kid energy.
What? What? I do.
I'm so happy I missed your Wicked era. Taylor would tell me about it.
And it's funny because, like,
ew.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. But that's just me. He sent me, he like secretly was making fun of me. I think it was like a joke he had, or not a joke, but it was like something he was doing with himself. And then he would like he sent me like a reel once about Wicked. And I was like, okay. And then moving forward, it was just like roasting me about Wicked. I'm like, you're quietly thinking about this. We never really had a conversation about my Wicked obsession. He just like assumed that I knew that he saw anything I posted about Wicked. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Anyway. It's okay. I like it. I like Wicked.
She's lovely, thoughtful, and caring. Big biceps.
Can people see me for not my body? I think it's rude.
See, I see you for your tits. They see you for your arms. We're not the same.
I'm not even showing my arms right now. That's how humble I am.
I can see them through the corduroy.
Okay.
I could feel sensitive, funny, sweet, self-aware, babe, Jewish, ambitious. Wanted me to attack a Colombian man. These are
what does that mean?
Actually happened.
Wanted me to attack a Colombian man. What does that mean?
I don't know. Did you tell someone to fight a Colombian man?
No.
You would have done it with yourself.
I would have told somebody to fight a man. Not because of wherever their origin. I don't know the right word to say.
Country of origin?
Yeah. What, their ethnicity?
Yeah.
I would never be like, fight that man because of their ethnicity. I would be like, fight that man, and then be like, what does he look like? And I'd be like, oh, here's their ethnicity. But What the hell? I think, you know what's silly to me? I don't, I mean, I am aware that there's areas of improvement I can work on. You know, I have many shortcomings, and I'm never. No one's nearly. I'm not perfect.
Well, what are you, like 5'4"?
I'm 5'2",
Okay.
and I do think though overall I'm not like that bad of a person. Like I'm not that bad of a person.
You're not bad enough to be racist.
Yeah.
Like these last two implied.
I don't know what that even came from. But I say this because there was one time I was breaking up with someone, and it was during the height of eating disorder. So the only thing on my mind was food because I wasn't eating. And so we're in the car and we're breaking up. He told me, "You think you're going to be famous one day and you're not." That's what he said. And it really aggravated me. It's like, you're wrong. And also I had like an Instagram for, at the time, all like my food and dietitian stuff. And like a lot of it had to do with when you were applying to like programs for your internship, they wanted to see like an online portfolio. So having an Instagram page this is like 2016. This is like the easiest way to do it. So I did. And my boyfriend at the time never followed me. And I was like really hurt by that. And so we went to this wedding together. It was like my cousin's wedding. We drove like 2 hours to Wisconsin, maybe an hour and a half. And this is important. And while my cousin was walking down the aisle, he was on his phone texting the whole time. And it really put me off. Like, I was just like, oh my God, ew, no, ew. Also, my grandpa asked him a question at the wedding, and he responded, "We've already been through this." It's like, my grandpa is getting old.
Is he single?
My grandfather?
No,
This
guy.
man? I don't I don't know.
I love a man that sticks up for himself. It's not my grandpa. I don't have to
I know.
cater to his Alzheimer's.
I know. But
Hey, old man, go over there.
we drove home at the end of the wedding, and that's when I was like, "Hey, why don't you follow my account?" And that's when he dropped the line, "You think you're going to be famous one day and you're not." And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't think I can be with someone who doesn't support me." I think that's like obvious. And then we arrived to my mom's house. We parked, and the whole time I'm like, "I have a jar of peanut butter at home. I have a jar of peanut butter at home. I have a jar of peanut butter at home." And he's talking to me, and we're breaking up, and I don't care. Like, I'm just not in it.
Because you have a jar of peanut butter.
I have a jar
at
of
home.
peanut butter at home. And he's like, "You know what I'm not going to miss about you?" Which is such a weird thing to say for a breakup. You know, like, I don't care. I'm not asked. Why do I care? Talk to your therapist about this. Get a therapist and then talk to your therapist about it. I'm done being men's therapist. I swear to God. I think if more men went to therapy, like, I wouldn't have to go to therapy, you know? I get that men are like against therapy. I get why. It's like scary being vulnerable. And maybe they maybe they didn't have like a good experience, you know? I don't know. I do know some guys that have used like an app for therapy.
BetterHelp.
No, Hinge. And it's crazy. But so I know some guys and people, humans, men, women, all of the in between.
Because guys are not human beings.
Definitely not. Have had like not so good experiences with therapy. Like one of my ex's therapists tried sleeping with him. Oh no. I know. And he never even paid me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
No, but that is true. That is a true story. That is a true story. It was really, and he never wanted to go to therapy because of that experience. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I totally understand. Like, I
Go
wouldn't.
to church.
Yeah. Just find some kind of community, some kind of support, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, he told me that in the car. Not the same person, by the way. But he told me that in the car. And he said, "You know what I'm not going to miss about you?" I was like, what? He's like, the way you order at restaurants. And I knew in that moment, I'm like, if that's the worst thing about me, I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm okay.
That's
Like,
crazy.
of course, like, you know, I'm not a perfect person, but if you're not gonna miss the way I order at restaurants, then I think I'm gonna be fine. I don't have to be sorry, or I don't know. I think I am addicted to pain, like heartbreak.
Yeah.
I think I find joy in it. I like learning something new. And I think I look for situations that
I know are not going to end well, so I can learn.
Beautiful time to give you your gift.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Is it a Lady Gaga CD?
The last few weeks I've been giving out books because I am out of CDs I'm willing to part ways with.
Okay.
Because I am apparently the only person that has a CD player in the city, so they're just wasted on these people anyway.
Yeah, I don't.
I did lose the gift bag in the move, so I'm just gonna have you close your eyes and hold out your hands. And you can open and blind.
Jar of peanut butter.
Jar of peanut butter the long way.
The fact that this would be the third one of these.
We're all trying to tell you something.
Oh my God, though. Thank you. I do. My therapist gave me the other one and it was like chewed up for some reason. I don't know why. I think because I haven't started or finished.
I'll take it back, but just
Oh, you want it back?
No, I mean, if you have 3 of them, I can give this to someone else in my life that needs it.
I think I need it the most.
Okay.
And no,
You do.
I'm going to prioritize. If anything, this is just a reminder to read the one that I have.
Yeah.
What kind of attachment style do you, is there like a little, there has to be like a little chart in here. You already filled this out. You already took the test.
That's funny is I looked to see if I had, and I thought these were just like the example pages.
It's okay.
Because I got this like 3 years ago.
Can I take a moment to
Diagnose me?
well, I was thinking maybe diagnose myself.
Well, for you, I would say anxious avoidant.
Can I read out? Can I read out and can we just discuss if it's true or not true for us?
Sure.
Okay. I often worry that my partner will stop loving me.
Yeah, I had to have that conversation this week.
Really?
Well, I was overtired, overworked, and my period started, and Taylor was sick all week, and I was working, so we went a week without hanging out.
And you were worried he'd stop loving you?
And he texted me, "I miss you," and I was like, "I woke up this morning thinking you were gonna break up with me." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "'Cause I'm a girl."
Yeah. I don't like if someone stops loving me, I can now say like, okay, I'm not gonna make you want to.
Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna love me, or like respond to my texts, like that's literally your loss. You know? I didn't think that as a child though. I find it easy to be affectionate with my partner.
I'm better at it. I don't know what it says on there that I filled out 3 years ago, but I'm better at it.
You didn't fill it out at all. I fear that once someone gets to know the real me, she or he won't like who I am.
I think I said yes 3 years ago.
You did say yes. I think I would have said yes, and I wouldn't. I want my partner to know who I don't think so. I think my attachment style has changed. I find that I bounce back quickly after a breakup. It's weird how I can put someone out of my mind.
What did I say?
You didn't fill it out.
What the hell?
I know, you gave up.
I think I was going to ponder on them. Or I probably filled this out while I was like hammered one night. I'm like, I'll fix myself right now.
Like pass.
And it's 3 a.m. I'm like 7 tequila shots deep. Reading, I'm like, this doesn't apply to me at all.
When I'm not involved in a relationship, I feel somewhat anxious and incomplete. I feel anxious and incomplete when I'm in a relationship.
I find myself slacking on like my own things that I want to pursue. That's
Which
about it.
do you feel that way now in your relationship?
Yes, but I think that's more of I've just been working a lot
Yeah.
on other things.
Yeah. You have to like kind of like reorganize.
But I also go through phases where every so often I just fall out of love with the things that I've been like working on for years because I'm like, I'm tired. So I think I'm on just like a hiatus, but also it's like instead of going to open mics, I can get laid. I think that's nice.
I think I don't want to read all of these. I don't think it's.
No,
think
there's
it's okay.
100 million of them.
But anxious people are often preoccupied with their relationships and tend to worry about their partner's ability to love them back. Avoidant people equate intimacy with a loss of independence and constantly try to minimize closeness. It's interesting because my whole like For You page right now is about this and learning about avoidant people. I don't know why it's like coming up, but like on my phone, but I'm noticing that anxious goes to avoidant because you are looking to give something you did not receive and we like are looking to give it to people that don't want it because we didn't receive that love like in childhood or like that attention, and so we're trying to give it, but like avoidant people feel smothered when you try. So the best thing you can do is just not chase, but it would only work if both parties do the reflective work and healing to
If they're both anxious at the same time.
secure people often are people secure people feel comfortable with intimacy and are usually warm and loving.
That's me now.
Good
That's
for
me
you.
for you. I've done the healing.
You're somewhere between, I think, anxious, secure, and avoidant.
I'm a healthy balance of the three. To finally stand up for myself and like break up with someone immediately, but then they forgot, and I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I love just dating short little twinks because then other girls think that they're gay, and then they're safe, and then I don't have to be jealous or worry.
I hear. Do people think Taylor's gay?
No, just me. Other people tell me that they think he's hot, and I'm like, I'll fucking kill you.
He reminds me, I told him this the other day, he reminds me of, what's his face from Breaking Bad? Jesse
Pinkman.
Uh-huh.
Someone sent me a picture of Jesse and Jane and said, that's you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I also have a drug addiction. Not actually.
Jesse and Jane.
Jesse Jane.
Okay, cute. Okay, Jessie Jane is a porn star, and that's not, she's from Fort Worth. Jesse and Jane.
Welcome to the Jesse James podcast.
Breaking Bad. Oh, God, that's crazy. You are her.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, if you're at home and you want to know what I'm looking at, just go Breaking Bad wiki fandom, Jane Margolis, Breaking Bad wiki fandom, and there's a little picture of the both of them, or just look at any picture of the both of them and you'll know what is going on.
I think it's cute. Our first date was giving him a tattoo.
That is really cute.
Actually, it wasn't our first date. I didn't like him and he was kind of bothering me. He like lingered in my apartment and I was like, got nothing else going on today or what?
I remember you told me that he came over and I thought something was brewing.
No. I texted my friend immediately after. I was like, yeah, I gave this guy a tattoo and he would not leave. And then we went on a date a week later.
And you thought you bombed the date.
Mm-hmm.
Verbatim, those are your words.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you're doing really well. No,
Aren't we all?
that's fun. I like seeing Taylor around. I like seeing you around. I like knowing that you guys are together. I like knowing that you guys are happy. There's a scene in Wicked where,
Of course there is.
Ari tells Elphaba, or I guess I'm using her name, Glinda tells Elphaba that she has a secret to tell her and that she and her boy are getting married. And then she says he doesn't know yet. So it kind of reminds me of you. Do you think you're more like Elphaba or Glinda?
I want to say, haven't seen the movie.
Okay. So I wanted to think of like, oh, it's Good Witch and Bad Witch. Good Sam, Bad Sam.
Oh.
That's you'd like the movie. Like there's so much stigma around it being like a musical.
I can't do singing. I skip the musical episode of Grey's Anatomy every single time.
You don't, like, would you, like, you should just see.
I'm going to eat 5 edibles.
Okay.
Eat 50 milligrams.
Dude, I went to the theater and I cried. I saw it twice. I cried, bawling, crying. I don't know. I don't have anything more to say about it, but
do you have any parting words or anything you'd like to plug?
You can follow me on Instagram. I just got to 19,000 followers today, which is pretty sick. Yeah. It's not really doing anything for me, but it is nice to know there's an audience to listen to my bullshit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I wear socks.
Up and coming sock selling business.
Yeah, I wear socks and I can sell socks and I can also
clean bathtubs.
I can make pasta. I taught a cooking class a couple weeks ago and I haven't taught a cooking class in like over a year. It felt really cathartic.
You can come to a cooking class.
Yeah, we could do a Zoom. We can do it in person. You have to complete a background check before.
In the bathtub.
In the bathtub. Could you imagine if we just like rolled out a bunch of pasta and put it in the bathtub? Or what if I boiled the water in the bathtub and that's how I cooked the pasta? I could probably do it in the bathtub I just cleaned because it's so clean.
You could take a bath in the pasta, go to a restaurant, throw it at a 16-year-old.
Wow. Full circle. That just came right back.
Yeah, it feels like we talked about that a week ago. Okay, Sammy B, so nice to have you back.
Thank you for having me back. I'm going to read this, actually, and learn.
You go out there and you learn about why you keep dating gay guys. Oh, why is the pages stuck together?
Is this an air tag? Are you tracking me? What is that?
Is that an air tag? My ex gave me this book. Okay, bye. I have to make some phone calls.
What the fuck is that?